If you find your body is exhausted when you lay down to go to sleep, but your mind suddenly decides that it is the perfect time to replay conversations, plan for tomorrow, solve problems, or even revisit things from 10 years ago, then this video is for you. And this is exactly what we are here to discuss in today's Mindful Monday. Now, if it's your first time joining us, feel free to type in the comments where you're coming from, any questions or comments you do have, and any topics you'd like to hear more about in the future. Also, you'll want to make sure you stay until the very end of the video to find out how you can receive some free gifts, including a hypnotic recording on releasing limiting beliefs and our weekly PDF cheat sheets. Now, getting back to our topic and those racing thoughts, what is keeping you awake is not a lack of willpower. It's not that you're bad at sleeping, and it's not because your mind is broken. It's because your brain is doing exactly what it was trained to do. Now, today, I'm going to show you how to gently redirect your brain, your mind, without forcing, without effort, and without fighting with yourself. So think about this. All day long, you're busy. You're responding, you're reacting, you're managing, you're running around, you're focusing outward, you're busy, busy, busy. Then your head hits the pillow, and suddenly, there's quiet. There's stillness. Right? There's nothing. There's nothing demanding your attention or your focus. So your subconscious, your mind says, hey, nice. We can now process. And it starts throwing all these thoughts around in your mind. And not because something is wrong, but because your mind finally feels safe enough to process, to speak, if you will. So if your thoughts race at night, let's normalize that right now. Your mind is not attacking you. It's simply doing what it was trained to do. It's seeking completion. The problem with this is your conscious mind tries to control it because it wants sleep. And control creates friction, so we have this internal kind of conflict, and friction creates arousal, and arousal is what's keeping you awake. So the solution is not stopping thoughts. Ever try to stop a thought? The solution is changing how your brain organizes them. Now, your brain falls asleep when it stops making meaning. During the day, your mind links things together. It links cause and effect, it links story to conclusion, it links problem with solution. But sleep happens when thoughts become random, unimportant, disconnected, floaty, nonlinear. So that's what a cognitive shuffle can do, and we will be using one in our hypnosis demo today. And what this does is it mimics the natural dreamlike drift that your brain enters right before sleep or as it's dozing, right? And when you combine that with hypnotic pacing, your nervous system follows. Because the subconscious mind does not respond to commands. Try to say stop thinking, it doesn't work. It responds to patterns. Now, before we begin the demo, here's something very important. You don't try to fall asleep. Try implies failure. You allow sleep to happen. Sleep is not something that you do. It's something that occurs when doing, when effort stops. So, as we go into this demo, there is nothing to get right. There's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to force. Even listening imperfectly works. Especially listening imperfectly works. Awesome. All right, so if you are in a safe place to do so, I'll invite you now to let your eyes close down, or maybe just soften, doing whatever feels natural and right for you in this moment. That's right. And just notice your breathing, simply noticing it, not changing it, just becoming aware of it. Notice how the inhale happens all by itself, and the exhale releases all by itself. And that's pacing, because your body already knows how to relax, easily and automatically. Now imagine this. You're opening a drawer in your mind, and inside this drawer are random images without meaning, no story, no connection. So I'll guide you at first, and then your mind will simply take over and do whatever it wants. So imagine or picture a red apple. A red apple. Just the apple. No reason. No story. Now let it fade away. And picture a ladder leaning against nothing. A ladder leaning against nothing. Notice the texture, the rungs, and then let it dissolve. Now picture a blue mug. A blue mug. Empty. Still. Good. Now a soft cloud drifting sideways. A soft cloud drifting sideways. Not up, not down, simply sideways. And notice as your mind moves from image to image, there's no urgency, no task. That's the shift. Now we make it even more effective. I'll be adding in sensory fragments because the subconscious mind responds beautifully to partial details. So imagine a yellow raincoat hanging on a hook. A yellow raincoat hanging on a hook. You don't need the person wearing it, just the coat. That's right. Now a wooden spoon resting on a counter. A wooden spoon resting on a counter. Notice the grain of the wood and let it fade. Now a mailbox with the door gently swinging. A mailbox with the door gently swinging. No letters, just the motion. A pile of smooth stones. A pile of smooth stones. One stone. Then another. Then another. And you might notice something interesting. The images may begin to blur, or overlap, or drift. And that's not losing focus. That's entering the threshold of sleep, the hypnagogic state. Now, if a thought pops in like, oh no, I'm still awake, or ooh, I have to remember this, that's good. That means you're doing it correctly. No need to fight the thought. You simply place it on an image, placing it on any image. So if a worry appears, imagine it written on a balloon, and then let the balloon drift out of view, and then return to something neutral, like a pair of socks folded neatly. A pair of socks folded neatly. And then a quiet hallway with no doors. A quiet hallway with no doors. And then a snow globe gently settling. A snow globe gently settling. No shaking, just settling. And here's where sleep really begins. You stop tracking time, so you don't wonder how long this is taking, because the part of you that tracks time is the part that stays awake. Instead, you simply drift from image to image, like flipping through channels without choosing. That's right. Imagine a bicycle wheel slowly turning. A bicycle wheel slowly turning. And now a leaf resting on water. A leaf resting on water. A blank notebook. A blank notebook. Nothing written, nothing needed. And at some point, you won't remember the images. And that's perfect. If your mind has raced at night for years, hear this, your brain learned to associate nighttime with thinking. And so here, you're teaching it something new. Not through force, but through pattern interruption. And every time you shuffle images, you're telling your nervous system there is no emergency. And when the brain senses safety, sleep follows. And now I'll speak less, because your beautiful subconscious mind prefers silence. And you might continue on your own. Random objects, unrelated scenes, neutral details, a key, a window, a cup, a shadow, and if sleep comes, you don't even notice it arriving. You simply aren't here anymore, and that's how you know it worked. And over the next few nights, your mind learns faster, because the subconscious mind remembers success. So even lying down becomes a cue for slowing, for drifting, for letting go. And each night it gets easier and more automatic, because this is how your brain was always meant to rest. That's right. If you are still awake and would like to come back, you can slowly begin to stretch and open up your eyes whenever is right for you. That's right, good. Great, so I hope this abbreviated demo was useful for you. Now if you'd like a free recording and other gifts, type the word mindful in comments or message me, mindful, if you prefer, and then follow the link, which I'll then present to you. If you'd like to work one-on-one to rewire your mind even deeper, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at unwindthemindllc@gmail.com. Until then, trust the process, train your mind, and keep breathing into your power. Have a wonderful Mindful Monday.